This is London with Bitcoin's Bank at VIP Trader. We are handling the open in terms of NVDA, Tesla. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin. Nice action. We have to redirect a bit to Bitcoin in terms of the targets to the upside. Let's handle the volatility since it is hot in terms of Tesla, in terms of NVIDIA. I want to remind you all that this is not intended for live trading. Period. We're 8 to 10 seconds behind. You're not going to catch your live trades here, guys. Go in terms of your own setup. This is London, former hedge fund owner, private, non-SEC, non-financial advice. We're looking at a potential contact. I'd keep my eyes open on the 4 hourly. We're pushing on Tesla here, which had a lot of downside price action. A lot of downside price action. Went from bad to ugly to really ugly yesterday in terms of Elon, etc. We'll stay away from the details. Looking at a potential attempted pickup here by the bulls. And again, in terms of reinforcement, technically, we've been seeing a lot of catchy price action. So yes, we have a clear channel pickup, right? Clear swing trade here. Wouldn't we just easily get into a long at that point? You're just going to note that Tesla is wrecking the bulls right now. Just an incessant level of wrecking the bulls. While I say that, level of support picking up, so those with a bit of a trigger finger and a stop loss just got paid. We're gonna call it, that's a 1 minute flash trade, in, out, call it like you see it. Easy pickup, no, but what is our approach? Our approach is always what? Our approach is get in with a tight stop, right? Let the market tell you if it wants you to trade the level. In terms of this, identify your levels. A little bit easier with our fire and ice indicator. Nicely done. So as we look at that, anyone playing the 1 minute time frame got that specific red diamond, meaning fire sale. Boom, engage. So stop loss. Nice to hear the feedback from the traders who are watching, just who say, I haven't been using tight stop losses. I've engaged and hey, look at it, I'm trading. Nice to hear that, guys. Nice to hear that. I want to shout out to all our VIP. Big ticket item pickup 4 hourly is definitely on the map today. Definitely on the map. Had some great flash trades here yesterday on that weekly. And just understand, once we break a channel like this on Tesla on the weekly, typically, we don't have an interest. I'm going to tell you, we do not have an interest in being involved in this. That's the bottom line. This was a risky measure in terms of that support line pickup. And we're just going to note, without a doubt, we have an interest in any specific lateral pickup to the left, generally. So we've had some nice flash trades. This morning, the open was just an indication of that. And yes, within the first 1 minute, you got it right, the first 1 literal minute. That's how we roll. What's the 15-minute look like, guys? 15-minute looks like your red cap line. Boom, you got it, right? What did we make it up to? Okay, the micro showed that pickup, 0.6+% on that pickup. Wasn't easy. Not supposed to be easy, guys. Looking at the short engage on that 15-minute, what do we have? Boom, taking a look at that red capital control line. That is stochastic RSI and MACD on the 15-minute, a kernel calculation thereof. What's trying to pick up right now? That would be a green buy line, another kernel calculative. Within threshold, close on that 15-minute. You have to be prepared for downside today and any day right now on Tesla after that conference call. We have to admit, after that conference call, what did Elon specifically said? We dug our own grave. We're about to get into some Bitcoin action here in a moment. Let's take a look at what's going on with NVIDIA. One of our favorite products. We get to talk about it. It's cool stuff. If you guys are into AI, graphic componentry, etc., it's just nice to know about that level of technology. So we're in the, guys, we're in the Bitcoin trading field. Period. The rest of this, we're going to take a good look at it. We're going to say, hey, is that as volatile as Bitcoin? I mean, is it possible that NVIDIA and Tesla, as we scope out our trades and hunt for that volatility, is it possible that maybe they're as volatile sometimes even as Bitcoin? That's our goal, is to find that level of volatility as we look at the specifics here. Again, we have this dynamic of a lateral level of interest on the 3 minute coming into the foray with a potential micro bull flag here. Pay attention to the construction. Now, I call it a micro bull flag because we have the specific, this is the potential, guys, but looking at the specifics here, we have, bull's going to need to hold at this specific lateral, period. Looking at this, when we have, and we've had a lot of these fail, we have to note that we've had a lot of these fail, but looking at the micro bull flag, let's look at this while the attempted parallel lateral pickup to the left attempts to engage here to the left on your 3 minute time frame. What I'm interested in, anytime that we have a small move to the upside and we have the specific downward sloping channel, what would we prefer on a bull flag? We'd prefer a nice move to the upside. Then we would prefer our downward sloping channel. So anytime I mention the word micro, I want you to just be prepared for what? Be prepared that it could be unpredictable, that it could be essentially an insolvent trade. You don't want to enter into an insolvent trade. So if I say the word micro, just be on alert. It could be highly volatile to the upside and surprise the market. It could be highly volatile to the downside and surprise the market. You're seeing the specifics in terms of the pickup at the preceding lateral. You see the lateral to the left. So before the panic button really gets hit here, you saw the construction here on NVIDIA and that lateral pickup, boom, boom. You can see that on the 3-minute, very well defined. And the complication is now what? I'll say this, okay, in terms of a preceding pivot, bam. We looked at that pivot, boom, yet again for the pickup. What does that mean? Well, it typically means you've got buyers at this level, but the sellers were competent enough to push down to that same flat bottom support, okay? So in terms of that dynamic, it is an expression typically that the sellers are in the market. The sellers have engaged, while the buyers are the ones who have to show up. But just understand that the majority of flat bottoms break to the downside at some point. The majority of the bottoming formations, okay? You can go for your double or triple bottom. Where's the best place to enter on a double or triple bottom? Hit the lateral, okay? Hit the lateral. Is it ever really, really comfortable? Not particularly. Not with this level of, just fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market. They thrive on it, don't they? They thrive on it. Told you guys. Try and stay plugged into the technicals if you can. There's a lot going on in the world, isn't there? Just without a doubt. We're going to look at this specific channel formation here. Can the bulls get up and over this specific level of resistance? Failed descending wedge here. A little bit of a, I'd say a little bit of a disappointment that we can't get any kind of rock and roll to the upside for NVIDIA. However, let's just pay attention. First minute, what paid? Tesla paid. Now we're looking at another point on NVIDIA. That's in the first 7 minutes. Boom. Okay. Lateral pickup? Yes. Lateral pickup. Tesla was in a nice pickup on that 15-minute green buy line. Congrats if you hit into that 15-minute green buy line. So looking at a difficult support line hit? Fact. Paid? Yes on Tesla. Looking at a difficult, and you got to learn to dance just a little bit, guys. You got to learn to dance, ride the wave in terms of the push beyond. What's going to help you push beyond a level of support either on NVIDIA or on Tesla on the open? What's going to help you? What's going to help you push along with price as it digs into your support line? What helps you? Well, what helps you is a stop loss, is the bottom line. Guys who make it look easy, they pick the high probability trades, or the girls who make it look easy. High probability trades in what? You got it right, guys. The stop loss, engage that capital. Let's take a look at Bitcoin real quickly because Bitcoin rocked it. Okay. In terms of the feature set that I brought to the VIP, I just want to we're gonna shout out a little bit early here today, but I want to discuss the specific targets that I brought to VIP in the back, just to highlight exactly what went on this morning. You will see that the specific inverse head and shoulders that I brought to you in terms of that 4 hourly, and let's just pay attention because this is a sweet move. Congrats to all the VIP who are trading. Let's look at the specifics on. Let's look at the specifics real quickly on this particular trade, how it developed. Let's watch the development and let's make sure that it's something that we understand. It's something that we're ready to participate in, or we already participated in. And if we didn't know how, well, now we do, right? Let's discuss the features here in terms of the inverse head and shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Okay. Let's discuss the specifics in terms of the, let's take a look here. Now, this was, let's take a look at, we looked at Solana. We looked at the specific inverted head and shoulders. We can run this down. Let's take a look if we can run this down. Looking at Bitcoin, here we go. Now, what's critical here? What's critical is the specific, this was at, I hope that wasn't at 2:45 a.m. Oh, what is someone doing up at 2:45 a.m.? My gosh, that would be me giving you the 30,155. True? Fact. Okay, 30,155. Why is that relevant? You see the 0.5 next to it? That's the 50% completion on the pattern that was designated. Let's pay attention. On the inverse head and shoulders on that 4-hourly chart, rock and roll. Let's pay attention to exactly that 30,155. Let's make sure we mark that so you can see the level of detail that goes into this. 30,155. You got that right. Now let's look on the Bitcoin at 30,155, marked here with a price tag on it. It had a price tag, boom, boom, to the upside, target hit, high, precise level of entry. Now you could have it 2:45 in the morning, say, okay, fine, I'm gonna set a short. I'm gonna engage my short with a stop. Maybe I wanna go theoretically heavy with a tight stop at 30,155. Maybe I wanna see that ricochet, bam, into the max probability. If I stop, I stop. What's your calculated level of risk? Okay, as you look at, what does it cost you to get into a Bitcoin trade? We love the volatility. Look at it. She's rocking and rolling again up and over. And what is she rocking and rolling up and over? She's rocking and rolling up and over that 200 weekly moving average. We agree? You better believe it. What are we? Over the 200 weekly moving average. Well, we're going to be long over the 200 weekly moving average. We got it? We got it. Nice trade. That's the nicest trade that we've had, except for a few days ago. Taking a look at it, within 4 days, we have 2 moves, 7% in terms of these moves. That's nicely designed in terms of trade opportunity for you to really, really dig into. Bulls making the effort on NVDA, noted. Getting up and out of this channel framework on NVIDIA would be the goal at this point. Any downward sloping channel technically supposed to be bullish at some point, but you have to regard the overall dynamics of what we're looking at here. We'll get into that in just a moment. I want to finish up on Bitcoin. That 50% completion is the maximum probability. Listen, the maximum probability hit is at the 50%. It's not at the 100%. Meaning if I look at 150,000 of these patterns, okay, and people have, and we know them well, and they're good people, okay, in terms of Bukowski. Shout out Tom, how's it going? He's number one, guys. In terms of the specifics, 150,000 of these patterns, inverse head and shoulders, going to tell us what? That the specific 50% is the max probability hit. You all know this. I am going to tag out, lock out, tag out in terms of the stream this morning. Why? We had 2 good trades. Okay, did you hit them? If you didn't, what can you do next time to potentially gain an entry on a possible level of support? Note the time frames involved. And really, I'm just going to say the key to the morning was this. I know 2:45 in the morning. I was up bringing you guys this level. You know that 50% focus on it. It provided you with an excellent trade, over 2% to the downside. Lock it, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. What I'll say is this. In terms of this, if you engaged, did you have one order that engaged, a flash trade, a quick trade, boom, 2%, or do you have a carry trade? How did you structure your order? And pay attention to those issues whenever you see precise level hits. And we did establish some new targets here at 2:45 in the morning, which did trade perfectly. So congratulations to the VIP. This is London with Bitcoin Spike and VIP Trader. Going to let you go. I've got a lot of meetings today. I've got to go to the gym early and hit the iron early. So I've got to do it. It's part of my regimen. I make sure that I am in good shape to trade and a good shape for everything else that life will throw at me. So I'm going to go get that done in about 20, 30 minutes, and I'll be back. We may be back sooner rather than later. Guys, go get them. Nice to see that green on the screen in terms of Bitcoin. Way to trade. Bitcoin up 3% again, knocking the bears down. Guys, I suppose the narrative is trying to change on Bitcoin with that Gensler lack of an appeal on the ETF. We'll take it. Now Gensler saying thumbs up. We saw the thumb up in the market nearly with a 10% move. Be prepared. Over 200 weekly moving average is what? Bullish. Long. Bam. Money. Money. You got it. Even here, money, money, money. Great way to look at a trifecta in terms of an entry for a shorter take, entry for a mid-level take, and maintaining an entry for a longer level take. We agree? Maybe even a 4th tier there if you were to tier through your specific trades. This is London with Bitcoin Spike at VIP Trader. Busy day here at VIP. Going to be a great weekend. Hope you're ready for the weekend. Let's go get it, guys. Nice open, nice trade ops. Work on that execution, lateral pickup. Tesla, not really surprising after yesterday, was it? In terms of a difficult pickup on this line, we hit it, but a difficult pickup on this line straight out of the starting gate, and that was actually relatively nice given the action we had yesterday. We concur. This was actually the pickup line. Compared to yesterday, it was actually a nice little pickup in the market. So be prepared for your lines to push. Be prepared for volatility to the downside. We're watching, guys. We're going to be watching in terms of the specifics on that 4 hourly. Would be a sweet actual line to hit on the while you're activating on that 4 hourly continually. It just would be a nice line to see hit. And I'll bring your attention. Let's go ahead and look at the if we can look at the 5 minute real quickly. The 5 minute on, and that's actually my Tesla chart. That's a nice Tesla chart there. Take a look at your 5 minute. Okay, that's going to be the level of immediate interaction on the 20 moving average. If you're looking for the time frame, what's really going on, that's going to be on Bitcoin. Let me look at, we got NVDA, we got Tesla. Somebody told me just go ahead and rock and roll it. There we go. Our level of interaction, I've got an alert. I just don't have the right specific alert set on the right chart. Looking at the green byline, rather, on Tesla on the 5 minute. So we've got the 5 minute, which is useful on Bitcoin. Currently on that 20 moving average, we've got the 5 minute on Tesla. While we're at it, let's look at the 5 minute real quickly and close out with this specific time frame and see where we are at on, and let me turn on that Bollinger. You got it. So we're up and over and hitting the target. We'll need to get into potentially that specific golden short line. I would say the hourly on NVIDIA would be a nice level to watch. A nice level to watch on NVIDIA as we pick up on the lower pro, upper pro being specific 20 moving average level of interest in this level. I'd watch that specific hourly, okay, on NVIDIA. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. This is London with Bitcoin Spike and VIP Trader.